Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. Warrior fan, and welcome to MCTV, where tonight the Inman Teutons bring an unbeaten record into Warrior Stadium to take on the Marion Warriors in a key Heart of America matchup. This is Mike Powers here with Jeremiah Lang as we will be bringing you the call of tonight's action. Our sideline report will be, as always, Casey Case. Gene Winkler will be producing this affair. Jay Smith will be on the camera here from the Jerry Cady Insurance broadcast area. And Danny Maddox will have the Danny Cam and get shots here, there, and yonder. And Jeremiah, welcome.
Thank you, Mike. It's good to be here with you tonight.
This is the Central National Bank pregame show. And as we talk about this Inman team, I know, Jeremiah, that you've done a little bit of prep. So why don't I just hand it to you and tell me what you got.
Mike, I was just looking at the Inman Teuton record. Max Preps has them as the lone unbeaten team in the Heart of America. They're the only 3-0 11-man team left after Sedgwick was handed a defeat last week. So they've defeated Mound Ridge, Bennington, and Trinity coming into tonight's game. So we're looking forward to a good game. I think our Warriors are going to be successful against them.
Sedgwick, who handled the Warriors a couple of weeks ago in a good tight game until the fourth quarter, ran into a buzzsaw last week at Sacred Heart in Salina and got beaten pretty handily. That one surprised me.
That was a big surprise, especially after the game we saw against them. I thought they were going to be successful against Sacred Heart, but Sacred Heart really put it to them.
Well, and that's one of the beauties of high school football. From week to week, you never quite know what's going to happen. And back to the game at hand as we continue the Central National Bank pregame show. This Inman squad is led by number 15 quarterback Justin Friesen. Justin's a 6'1" senior quarterback. Last year, he was 30 of 65 for 644 yards passing on the season. I don't have any stats for this year, but Coach Tiroff indicated that he, while not flashy, is a very steady quarterback and one that has to be respected. Their slot back is number 35, Tyler Cottom. Last year, he led them in receiving with 10 catches for 188 yards, which is a nice average, about 18 yards a catch.
Yeah.
But this year, number 80, Barkley Williams, seems to be the primary threat and the one that Coach has kind of pointed our kids to take a look at.
Yeah, he really it says if they're going to pass, they're going to go to number 80, Barkley Williams. Looks like we're going to see a lot of runs from the Teutons tonight. They seem to be a run-dominant team, but we are told that they will pass, and if they pass, we really need to be ready for it.
And Coach's admonition to the team was that they will pass enough that they'll cause us problems if we don't defend the pass well. So something the kids, I'm sure, worked on all week long.
That's right. I bet they did.
They have 37 on their roster. Each week I do a little comparison. Marion has 44 just from the standpoint of who might have greater depth, that sort of thing. And this would be the biggest squad we faced so far this year.
That's right. This will be a good matchup between us and the Teutons. Should be, as far as depth goes, pretty evenly matched.
We're going to continue the Central National Bank pregame show, and it will include all of the big homecoming ceremonies as we have the crowning of the king and queen here for Old Settlers Day 2013, and that'll be a part of our pregame as well. And this is highly anticipated. Casey Case will give you his thoughts on the game. But for now, Jeremiah, before we get on with the rest of the production, any final thoughts from you?
I think the fans at home want to know that tonight we're going to be facing a lot of wind out of the south. It's going to be a good night for football, but that will impact the game, I think. And we're excited to see what our Warriors bring onto the field tonight.
And now this word from Central National Bank, and then the rest of the pregame show.
Central National Bank, a family and employee-owned company, has been providing Kansans with sound financial advice since 1884. They are dedicated to providing the quality service that makes our customers and the communities they serve successful. In the 21st century, Central National embraces its strong heritage and strives to be the financial resource of choice for the Marion community. A highlight of 2012 was the introduction of the Friend Referral Program. By referring friends to the bank, customers can earn up to $25 per referral.
Well, we're back and ready for the latter part of our Central National Bank pregame show, and we are welcome to have Casey Case. We're honored to have Casey Case. Casey, what are your thoughts about this game?
Well, I can barely talk because I can barely breathe because my son asked me to wear his jersey tonight. Of course, I said yes. Tried it on this morning, and getting it on wasn't too hard, but I could barely get it off. I started cramping up. I was home alone, and it almost had to call 911. But I'm wearing it now, and I'll wear it proudly because it's Griff's senior year. And a few thoughts tonight. A couple of thoughts on this Inman team. They are undefeated. They are ranked 5th in the state in 2A. They played Bennington, Mound Ridge, and Hutch Trinity. And as we know, Bennington wasn't very good last week. Mound Ridge, I don't think, is a lot better. Hutch Trinity, they tell me, is down this year. So I'm looking for a big win tonight for the Warriors. I think we're going to come out. Our defense is going to be staunch, and I think our offense is going to be productive. Homecoming.
I was going to say, Casey, you can't just do your pregame with regard to the game because we've got a homecoming.
I know. I'm getting to that.
Okay,
we're in no hurry. I'm getting to the homecoming thing. The homecoming ceremony tonight is going to be very special because, as you well know, if you've listened to me for the last 4 years, we have been without a homecoming kiss for 4 consecutive years. And that is pathetic. It is unacceptable. And tonight, things are going to change. I didn't get a chance to talk to Taylor or James or Zach Robson, but I did talk to Griff, and I told them to give them a message. If whoever wins the king does not kiss the queen, I will publicly humiliate them on the air. And, guys, this has to stop. I mean, this is a tradition that's gone back since before I was alive. I don't ever remember a homecoming king not kissing the homecoming queen unless they were first cousins or brother and sister. There's no excuse for it. Here they are right there. Just get a camera on those boys. They know what's at stake. And I know the girls have been talked to, the boys have been talked to by their mothers. Guys, if we don't have a homecoming kiss tonight, we may lose this game.
The following comments are those of Casey Case and not necessarily the opinions of MCTV, its employees or management.
If we have a homecoming kiss, we will win the game. I guarantee it.
All right. Well, that wraps up the Central National Bank pregame show, except for the big homecoming festivities. Oh, one last thing.
I've got one more thing. I have a feeling that Trevor Cruz is going to have a big game tonight.
There you go. That's a prediction.
Yeah, don't ask me why. Something about a girl from Colorado coming in town today. I saw it on Facebook. Trevor Cruz, number 22, is going to have a big night tonight.
Saw it on the internet. It has to be true.
We'll
be back in a minute.
Good evening, and welcome to the 2013 Homecoming Ceremony. Our first queen candidate this evening is Catherine Elizabeth Ehrlich, daughter of Mike and Kathy Ehrlich. Katie attends Valley United Methodist Church. She has been involved in volleyball 4 years, basketball 3 years, track 3 years, Key Club 4 years, National Honor Society 3 years, FFA 2 years, math team 1 year, and choir 3 years. She was also the freshman class vice president, junior class treasurer, and is currently the senior class president. Katie's advice to underclassmen is to always look for the best in every person and every situation. Some things will be hard, but choose to always look forward, and above all, choose to be happy. Katie's most memorable moment during high school was standing on the podium at state track meet and knowing all of her hard work had paid off and that she had made it that far. When asked who she looked up to most, Katie said, "My brother. I know he always had my back, and I could go to him for everything."
Our first king candidate this evening is James Wellington Jones, son of Mark and Pam Jones. James attends Holy Family Parish. James has been involved in football 4 years, basketball 3 years, track 3 years, Key Club 3 years, FFA 1 year, and choir 2 years. He was also the sophomore class treasurer. When asked who he looks up to most, James said, "My parents. They have supported me through everything, have always been there for me, and have taught me to never give up." When asked what his most memorable moment was, James said, "My most memorable moment was when some of the football players and I went mudding to get our vehicles dirty for the volleyball car wash. A car got stuck, which caused us to show up to the car wash in our underwear and covered in mud. Seeing the expressions on the girls' faces was priceless." James's advice to underclassmen is high school goes by fast. It's a time to create lifetime memories with friends, so be involved in activities and don't be afraid to have fun.
Our second Queen candidate this evening is Megan Nicole Richmond, daughter of David and Bobby Richmond. Megan attends Eastmore United Methodist Church. She has been involved in volleyball 4 years, basketball 3 years, softball 3 years, Key Club 4 years, National Honor Society 3 years, Safe Team 2 years, and choir 2 years. She was also the junior class vice president and is now the senior class vice president. When asked who she looks up to most, Megan said, "My parents. They have taught me to follow my dreams and let nothing stop me from being happy, and I know that no matter what, they will always be here for me." Megan's advice to underclassmen is to stay involved and do as much as you can, because it will be gone in a blink of an eye. When she asked what her most memorable moment was, Megan said, "During softball practices of my junior year, I would skip out to center field and tackle Bailey Shiplett. Then we would lay down, hoping Coach Felvis's pop flies wouldn't hit us in the face."
Our second King candidate this evening is Zachary Kelly Robson, son of Kelly and Susan Robson. Zach attends the Presbyterian Church of Marion. He has been involved in football 4 years, basketball 3 years, baseball 3 years, singers 3 years, Key Club 2 years, Scholars Bowl 3 years, math team 3 years, the musical 3 years, the play 1 year, choir 4 years, band 1 year, and National Honor Society for 3 years. He was also the freshman class president and junior class secretary. When asked who he looked up to most, Zach said, "My parents are my biggest role models. They have taught me so much. They've taught me simple tasks and jobs to show me how to live a life with God at the center, a life full of love. They've raised a loving, close-knit family that I'm incredibly blessed to be a part of. They are great people, and I aspire to be like them." Zach's advice to underclassmen is to enjoy it while you can, because high school flies by. When asked what his most embarrassing moment was, Zach said, "There are so many, it's hard to choose. So one embarrassing moment that sticks out is Remington basketball game last year. We were up late in the game and trying to run out the clock when somebody threw me the ball in the corner. Mindlessly, I shot it while fading away out of bounds. Now, from my angle, it looked like straight-up cash. It bounced off the top of the backboard. Luckily, Taylor caught it. I can still see the look of disbelief on Coach's face. We still won, but the guys still laugh at me for shooting that."
Our final Queen candidate this evening is Kaylin Nicole Tiroff, daughter of Grant and Deanna Tiroff. Kaylin attends the Presbyterian Church of Marion. She has been involved in volleyball 4 years, basketball 3 years, track 3 years, cross country 2 years, FEA 1 year, National Honor Society 2 years, Key Club 4 years, Safe Team 2 years, Big Brothers Big Sisters 2 years, Stuco 4 years, Singers 2 years, and choir 2 years. When asked what her most memorable moment was in high school, Kaylin said, "Winning league cross country with all my volleyball girls cheering me on." Kaylin looks up to her brothers because they always support her and find a way to make her laugh. She said they're the best brothers a little sister can ask for. When asked what her advice to underclassmen was, she said, "When in doubt, follow the wise advice of James Jones. Do curls for the girls."
Our final King candidate this evening is Taylor Dean Heidebrecht, son of Scott and Rolana Heidebrecht. Taylor attends the Christian Church of Florence. He has been involved in football 4 years, basketball 3 years, baseball 3 years, FFA 1 year, singers 1 year, and choir 4 years. He was also the sophomore class secretary. Taylor said his most embarrassing moment was during his sophomore year playing varsity basketball against Sedgwick. He said, "All I had to do was get the ball in. After I threw it, it sailed into the rafters, giving them the ball in a close game." Taylor's advice to underclassmen is you only get high school once. Don't be afraid to live it up. When asked who he looked up to most, he said, "My parents and my brothers. They're always there for me when I need help and have always supported me in everything."
The little helpers this evening are Ileana Kraft, daughter of Sean and Melissa Kraft, and Clark Felvis, son of Mark and Jennifer Felvis. Assisting the little helpers are the 2012 King and Queen, Spencer Fugit and Aaron Meyerhoff.
Will the King candidates please step forward?
The 2013 Homecoming King and Queen are Zach Robson and Kaylin Tieroff.
On behalf of MHS Student Council, we would like to thank Dick and Margie Schwartz, Todd Winter, Aunt B's Floral and Gifts, Susan and Bailey Robson, the USD 408 Board of Education, Mr. Lee Leiker, Mr. Todd Gordon, Jane Whitwell, Connie Williams, and Jean Winkler.
Employee-owned Kansas company offering internet, telephone, and cable television services. Eagle is the presenting sponsor of all MCTV broadcasts. Eagle Communications, our community connected. Prairieland Partners Incorporated is a John Deere agricultural equipment dealership specializing in large ag, turf, and integrated solution products. Prairieland has 9 stores in south central Kansas and more than 250 employees. Prairieland maintained a strong business position and has completed a total store remodel in its Winfield location. Continued growth, we will be adding Honda products to our offerings, also an expansion of the Marion location is planned.
You're still on.
Marion National
You're
Bank
still
offers
on.
full-service banking. They offer loans for any worthwhile
Everybody's
purpose,
still
including
on.
agriculture, commercial, consumer, and all types of real estate, including home loans. For the investor, we offer certificates of deposit, individual retirement accounts, and savings accounts. Personal and business checking accounts are available for your daily needs. A Visa check card can be used with all personal transaction accounts. There's an ATM in our entryway for your after-hour cash needs.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the Central National Bank pregame show, and we hope you paid attention as the first quarter sponsors, Eagle Communications, Prairieland Partners, and Marion National Bank, were shown as being our sponsors of this first quarter. And Mike Powers back with Jeremiah Lang and ready to go, Jeremiah.
Here we are, Mike. We are ready for a good football game tonight. We got our captains out at the center of the field. We're going to get the coin toss and figure out what we're doing next.
It was pointed out to me that we want to wish a big happy birthday to Debbie Darrow. Debbie, Casey Case's younger sister, has a birthday today, so we want to congratulate Debbie.
That's right. Happy birthday, Debbie.
One thing I've noticed, Jeremiah, is after what has been one of the most mild summers that I ever recall, particularly in terms of wind, I get used to just having that south wind blowing. Well, Kansas means people of the south wind, for goodness sake. This summer there were so many days when there was just no wind, but the first home game and now the second home game, we have had a gale coming out of the southeast.
Yeah, I think it's blowing over 20 miles an hour tonight, Mike, so we're gonna be facing that wind anytime we're going south.
Casey is usually our Merrill teller. Do you know the wind velocity, Mr. Case? Oh, you're cutting out.
Yeah, here we go. 17 miles an hour.
17.
All right.
Yep, southeast, 17 miles an hour, and I know this is going to be after the fact, but raining tomorrow morning at about 5 a.m. It's going to be Day parade's going to go off without.
Oh, that's one thing Casey's always told me is that his dad Alex said that the nothing stops the Old Settlers Day parade. And
That's
many times apparently it's been rainy before and rainy after, but not during Old Settlers Day.
That's right. So we'll have a good morning tomorrow morning, get the parade and that Sloppy Joe's in the park.
And you helped make that mystery meat, didn't you?
I did. I'm one of the beef meisters. You missed out on that opportunity for the first time in my memory.
Yeah, in many years I was not there, but I was there in spirit, and I designated, the crack team, of which you were an auxiliary member.
I don't know if anyone told you, but we did leave the cleanup for you.
Oh, well,
It's
would have
still
been
there.
nice to know before now. Well, Gene, I will not be helping with the parade broadcast tomorrow. I'll be cleaning at the school. All right, we got, Trevor Cruz is going to be back deep to receive the kick. We've also got number 7 back there, Seth Snelling. And who else we got? 19, James Jones.
So the Teutons are going to kick off from the south side of the field, and we are ready to receive.
Back when I was in high school, our bitter rival was the Humboldt Cubs, and they always wore black and orange. I just have an aversion to those team colors. Plus, it just seems like Halloween every time you see it.
I can relate to that, but our rivals were maroon and gold, so it was fitting for me to move to Marion, Kansas.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Probably why you didn't go to USC for school, right?
Or ASU. So
Well, that's true,
that's
yeah.
right, yeah.
Here we go, the opening kick. To what we hope will be a resounding Warrior victory, but I don't know. This Inman team, as we said, 3-0 and looking to make it 4. Oh,
It's a
pooch
short
punt.
kick.
Oh, handled nicely over there. Griff Case picks it up in the air and gets about 5 yards forward. Warriors will have great starting field position.
This is going to be an excellent place for us to start this drive. We're excited for it.
We have, I don't know, Jeremiah, I'm sure Coach would agree with this. We've still yet to look sharp for a whole game. We've had some series, we've had some drives, but then we've come back and had some where too many penalties, too many silly things.
Yeah, and a couple of those, especially last week at Bennington, we would make some false starts that Grant would advise against.
Handoff, well defended. Okay, was that Jansen with the carry? Yes, it was.
That was.
Hey guys, real quick down here, because of the wind, I'm going to be breaking up, and if I have my radio on at all, you're going to hear a lot of static. So I know it's going to upset a lot of our fans, but I'm not going to talk a whole lot unless I have something real important to say.
Well, we'll have questions for you, so just come. Make sure you keep your headphones on. 2nd and short 9. Well, that time Heidebrick keeps. Nice ball fake. I bought it, and he moves the ball forward another 4 yards.
Yeah, we're going to be about, looks like 3rd and 4.
3rd and about 4.
And we're onto the Teuton territory now.
Teuton territory. We got to get some alliteration going here. Surely there's another T we can work in there. Slow developing play, Gene. There we go. Nice run by Heidebrick. He was in traffic the entire way. And back to live action. 3rd and 4. From the pistol. Hand off to Jansen. Boy, he is met right at the line. There's no gain on that play. Oh, we got a penalty. Would that have been perhaps a face mask, Jeremiah?
I think that we're definitely going to get some sort of personal foul in there. I did not see a face mask, but I think we're going to get some sort, we'll get the signal here. It is a face mask.
The only reason I said that was it was thrown right at the end of the play, and I didn't know really what else it could have been unless, as you say, there was a punch or something of that nature.
Right.
So the Warriors benefit from the Teuton infraction and pick up a 1st down. Just a 5-yard mark off for the inadvertent face mask. So Warriors will take over from the Teuton 43. Hand off to Jansen again, and boy, they must be keying on Adam because he's just not getting much of anything.
Yeah, they've obviously seen some of our tape, and they know how much we like to go to Jansen. We're gonna have to explore some other options.
A short yard gained on that play. Jacob Baldwin brings the play in. Will split out as a wide receiver. Okay, he's going to stay in tight at the tight end on the left side. Jones on the right side, split out. Jansen's your tailback. Heidebrick keeps. Oh, he tries to spin. Nice tackle there by number 15, but good gain on the play.
It was a good option read, and Heidebrick did a good job of getting to the outside.
Tackler was Adam Friesen. He's also the quarterback. He's not very big. He's 6'1", but he's only 166.
I've got that as Justin.
What'd I say?
Adam.
Well, Justin, Adam, they sound alike.
He is.
Yeah,
our viewers
Justin,
probably aren't too worried about
Justin Friesen. That's true. He plays for the other team. Just call him number 15.
There you go.
3rd and 5. Coming around this way. That's Cruz with a carry, and once again, no gain on the play. It'll be 4th down.
Cruz is met right almost at the line. I think they might have gained a yard.
Looks like the Warriors are going to drop back into punt formation. Going into this tough win, they've kept everything on the ground so far. Caleb Williams is the punter. Caleb from the 50. Low snap, gets it away. Nice kick, going to go out of bounds. We'll see where they mark it. 12-yard line.
That's a great punt. You couldn't have asked for a better punt.
Yeah, not quite the coffin corner, but it's at least in the funeral home. Whatever that means.
Is Ziner's one of our sponsors?
No.
I think he is.
Should be. We could work that in. Speaking of sponsors, we want to make sure before the quarter gets away from us that we mention the first quarter sponsors. You want to take that, Jeremiah?
Yeah, we've got Eagle Communications, Prairie Land Partners, and Marion National Bank.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, we're 8 minutes, 35 seconds left in the first quarter, and Teutons with their first possession.
Everybody in tight as we view it up high from the Jerry Katie Insurance broadcast area. Hand off, and he's off to the races. Zach Robson was holding on for dear life, but a nice first down run picks up the 1st and 10 with a 12-yard gain.
Yeah, that was Logan Hall going on the outside, and he really looked like he surprised us.
Listed as the fullback in the program.
And that was one of the things that Coach told us is that whoever's playing fullback will run the ball hard.
That's true. They line up in a very similar formation to the Warriors, except the quarterback is under center. Handoff to that fullback again. He bounced off a tackle, but the Warriors stay with him. Robson with the initial hit. Caleb Williams wrapped him up.
Yeah, I think there might have been a gain of 2 yards on that play, and Warriors did a better job of getting to the ball when they saw it moving.
Once again, want to give a little love to our cameraman up here from the Katie Insurance broadcast area is Jay Smith, and then Danny Maddox with the Danny Cam directly below us, and he'll be getting you some of the up-close shots and some of the specialty shots. Here we go. 2nd down, 8. Hand off to the fullback. Oh, big hit.
Almost a similar play to the last one they ran. We're ready for it this time. He didn't have anywhere to go.
Nick Meyer came in. He was kind of held up, and Nick came in from the side and put a hit on him. So that'll bring up 3rd.
It's like 3rd and about, 6 or 7?
Yeah, it's either a long 6 or a short 7. What do you want to call it?
We'll go with a short 7.
A short 7, okay. Pitch going to go on that left side of our defensive formation. Got some running room, but they bring him down short of the sticks. So Jeremiah, what do you think? I wouldn't personally think they'd go for it at 4th and short this deep in their own territory, but who knows? Huh?
I can't imagine that they will. We saw Bennington go for it here last week.
That's true.
So I guess if they don't have a punter, but I think unlike Bennington, I think this team does have a punter, and they're going to.
4th and 2, see if they shift out of this. Right now, they look like they're going for it. Could be a big play early in this ball game. There's the handoff, and he did get it. Not by much, but he got it.
That's all that it took. They about a gain of 3 or 4 yards there.
This team has some decent size across the front line. Their right tackle is 255 pounds. The right guard's 223 on offense, and their center's 204. Now on the left side, that left guard's only 160, but then you go back to 209 at the tackle.
They are big boys.
Big boys, yes. All right, 1st and 10 now from their own 42 for the Teutons. And he's going to just kind of basically run laterally. No gain on that play.
Looked like that was Kyle Palak in there on the tackle.
All right, that's more like it. 2nd and 10 now. Little surprised we have not seen anything from the air from the Teutons with this wind at their back, but they've been gaining ground on the they come around this left side now. Oh, he stopped, and did he get hit? Kyle Palak.
He met him, and he was not going to let go, was he?
I thought that play was, here's a replay of it, but as they came around, I thought they were going to have a nice little run here. Yeah, he stopped to try to make a move. He should have just kept running. He gained about a half yard. It'll be 3rd and a short 10.
Long 9.
Long 9. Warriors have another opportunity to stop them here. Maybe get some field position out of it. Pitt going around that other side. Warriors drag him down. Very little gain. It'll be 4th and 9.
I think we'll be surprised to see them go for it here.
Oh, good gravy. Well, you know, we last week we talked about the Bennington team. I think perhaps, and seeing them try to punt later in the game, I kind of understood why they went for it. But goodness gracious, they were deep in about their own 30 and just set themselves up for a bad evening, and that's what they got.
Yeah.
4:27 to go in this first quarter, moving quickly. Oh, fumbled snap. And the Warriors are going to recover on the 25-yard line. Actually, they recovered, but we're going to get the ball right there.
Right, that's right. Change of possession right there. It was a low snap to the kicker, and he just didn't have a chance to grab it before we were on him.
I think we're going to get a replay. Here we go. That's from the Danny cam. The pitch back. Oh, that's the play before.
The play before.
It was also unsuccessful. It resulted in the botched punt attempt, and now the Warriors have the ball, and we've got – oh, I thought we had a timeout. No, Warriors take over 25-yard line. Jansen with a carry. Oh, he pops. Yes, he did pop loose. That was about as hard-earned 5 yards as you're going to find.
I was going to say, those were hard-earned yards. He ran into a brick wall, bounced off, and found another route.
I watched him. I thought he popped loose. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. No, he didn't. So 5-yard gain, that's nice. Puts the Warriors in 2nd and short from the 20. Temperature very, very pleasant. It's not hot, it's not cold, it's just right. Heidebrecht keeps, and there's very little there.
He was met right at the line by 3 Teutons, and he did not have an option.
Tons and tons of terrible Teutons. All right, 3rd and 5 after the no gain. As would be expected on Old Settlers Day weekend. Great crowd here at home tonight. Pitch. Jansen comes around this side. Jansen's going to pick up. No, actually, by the time, yes. Well, let me get my.
Close.
Yeah, he did get a gain, but he's still going to be short. 4th down, and
It's like about one.
about 1, yes. Got the wrong yard line there for just a moment.
2:40 left in this quarter.
Well, the Warriors, if we could score going into the wind, it would really set us up for a bit of a momentum boost, I think.
That would make things a little bit easier to come that second
Yeah, bit of a psychological edge.
Yep.
But first, you got to get this first down.
That's right.
Jansen with the carry, driving, and he's got it. Nice running by Jansen, who just wouldn't quit churning those legs.
Yeah, he kept those legs moving the whole time, and you could see he just falls right into about the 18-yard line.
If you are a Inman fan, you're complaining right there because some arm tackles had him, but they just couldn't hold on. So the Warriors can get a first down by getting inside the 5-yard line. Split Jones out the top of your screen, along with Caleb Williams. In the slot is Cruz. Heidelberg keeps, cuts it back upfield. He's got running room. He's in the zone with a Case and Son touchdown.
Boy, he read that field really well, didn't he?
Really did a nice job. Yes, he did.
He had all the players in front of him were moving to the left, and he was able to cut back to the right, find a hole into the end zone, and almost got tripped up, but stumbled in.
And Casey, can you come on and see if we can hear you as you maybe call this for us? Give it a try.
I'll do what I can, guys. I'll do what I can. I'm back here.
We could hear you.
All right, Griff's got the shoe. Oh, I think I've got the wind blocked with my aerodynamic jersey. Kick, it's good, it's good. 7-0 Warriors.
All right. What a great way to start this game.
And they went for the block but did not get there. Griff kept his head down, put it right between the uprights. So the Warriors up 7-0 on the 2-minute mark. Well, you always want to have a big win when you have the old settlers back in town.
That's right. You want to impress them and give them something to talk about while they're here. Something positive to talk about.
Something positive to talk about. Casey always, of course, is the announcer for the parade down on Main Street. And obviously by the time you hear this, all that will have already happened. But I thought Casey's mentioned a couple of times, it kind of, I don't know if it's remarkable, but it's kind of a neat thing, the number of class reunions that they're having this year. And I don't know, Casey, if you can come on and remind us, how far back do we go that we have every 5 years except for one?
I guess every increment of 5 years from 1938, if you can believe that. We've got one lady representing the class of 1938 all the way to the class of 2008, with the exception of one class, and I'm not going to mention what year that is because they've already been mentioned twice in the paper last week. So I told them I still have a spot for them. I saw them on the golf course today. I said, drive your golf cart through with 2 or 3 members, and we'll get you in. So, but yeah, it's like 13 out of 14 classes. It's going to be a great parade. Rain's going to quit, and I'll let you guys call the kickoff.
Hey, Casey?
Yes.
Casey, guess what year I graduated from high school?
1938.
Here we go with the kick. Griff Case from the 40-yard line. Puts it up, end over end. Good strong kick against that wind. Comes down at the 12-yard line. Oh, he runs into his own man, finally forced out of bounds with a big hit. We have Nordquist out there along with Zach Lumen.
Yeah, Zach Lumen really got in there with John.
Oh, I said Nordquist. Excuse me, that was Kyle Pallett.
Kyle Pallett got in there.
Now, Mike, I was just kidding. I know you're a little earlier or later than 3, but hey, I'll tell you what, right there, I don't want to brag or anything, but Griff got every bit of that kick. They filled it out on about the 12-yard line into a 17-mile-an-hour south wind.
And Casey, just so you know, I graduated in 73. You can do your own figuring on why I mentioned that.
Well, it's amazing. That's the class that's not showing up.
Oh, fullback got the carry, and I think the Warriors may have learned how to read that.
Boy, they met him right at the line.
That was working so well in the first couple of series, but all of a sudden the Warriors seem to kind of figure that all out, and they've got very little since then.
That was 67, I believe. Sean Buchanan.
Sean Buchanan.
Was right in there.
Sean, a senior. 2nd and 9. Minute 20 to go in this first quarter. They drop back, first pass of the evening. He's got some pressure. He's going to tuck it and run. Oh, a nice job out there. James Jones, I thought he had the first down for sure, but Jones took him down.
That was a great open field tackle by James Jones. Met him at the 39, and he didn't have anywhere to go.
That's going to bring up a 3rd and 3, and Jeremiah, seriously, he was probably going to pick up another 10 yards at least.
Easily.
That right there was a play by a first-team all-conference defensive back.
There you go. You heard it here first.
That's right.
He was all-conference first team last
I
year.
know, I know what you mean. 3rd and 3. Once again, the Warriors with an opportunity to stop them. Hand off to the fullback, and again, boy, he's met at the 40. He may have got a yard, but he needed 3.
Look like quite a few Warriors in there. Look like Jacob Baldwin might have been in there also.
Last week, Jeremiah, I know you didn't broadcast the game, but you watched the game, or you were at the game.
Right.
I made the comment that it just didn't seem like we were very intense. I sure have a different feel about the team tonight.
Yeah, I think they're fired up for this game.
And we've got, we got our first Tampa State Bank timeout. Inman calling timeout with 11 seconds to go in the quarter. Well, as we have our Tampa State Bank timeout, Casey, do you want to jump in?
Yeah, they called timeout, so I think they're going to reconsider and they're going to punt the ball. They want to punt the ball with the wind, which is why they called timeout with 11 seconds left in the first quarter. Right there on that last play, that running back, he got stuck by Morgan Wheeler and Kyle Palak. Those two guys put the hurt on him, and that was the kind of hit to where you might think, I don't really know how bad I want to run the ball the rest of the game. Guys, I've talked about our defense ever since the Sedgwick game, and this game started out a little bit like the El Saline game. They had a little momentum on the first drive, but Warriors scored going into the wind, and it's homecoming night. I've got a good feeling about this game, guys. I think we're going to send the Teutons home with their Teutons somewhere where they don't want to be.
Jeremiah, I think Casey would agree with this, and probably, hopefully, you too, that somehow playing with the wind at your back, it's a silly thing, but you feel faster. Everything about it feels better. And to score going into the wind, I agree with Casey. I think that was big.
Yeah. Well, I know you're a runner, and a lot of us run, and man, when you turn around, and you got the wind at your back. It's just like flying.
End over end kick. Takes a nice bounce. Whoop, now it goes back their way. It kind of went straight up for a minute, but still the Warriors have good position taking over on the 29.
We've got about 4 seconds left on the clock, so we might get one play off here, and then we'll switch ends of the field.
I do not expect the Warriors to suddenly turn into, Peyton Manning and just throwing the ball all over the place, but I would be surprised if we didn't make more use of that wind than Inman did.
Yeah, I think we're going to look for some short passes. It looks like the defense, the Teuton defense, is sitting back on us, and there's going to be some opportunities to throw the ball.
And, well, that was one of the things. Well, we'll get this play, and then we'll talk about that a little more. We got a flag, Adam Jansen with the carry, and he gets about 3 yards.
That flag looks like
an illegal shift.
Illegal shift, or maybe somebody wasn't on the line.
Okay. And coach is not necessarily, I'm not sure if he's talking to the official or a player, but he's looking past the official.
Yeah. So that brings us to the end of the quarter, and our first quarter sponsors were Eagle Communications, friendly and partners of Marion National Bank.
And now let's go down to Casey Case for the St. Luke Hospital quarterly report.
Hey guys, happy homecoming, happy Old Settlers Day. It's 7-0 Warriors, and we're going to get the ball with the wind at our backs. We haven't even attempted a pass yet. It'll be interesting to see whether Coach Tiroff decides to air it out a little bit in the second quarter. I don't know. We first couple of series, we had a hard time running the ball. Adam Jansen's had a couple of good, tough runs up the middle. I think we're going to get things sorted out. Taylor had a nice run up there for our first score. Defense is playing well. I'd like to see us score 2 times in the second quarter. That's my prediction. Halftime, it's going to be Marion 21, Inman 0.
We like those kinds of predictions, Casey.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. We'll take that in a heartbeat. Let's now get our second quarter sponsors.
Marion Pharmacy became a franchised Health Mart pharmacy in 1984. As a full-line pharmacy, we accept most all major insurance plans, including Medicare D plans for seniors. We have been offering flu shots for the past couple of years and will continue to do so in the future. They offer a full line of durable medical equipment for both rental and purchase. They also have a Kodak picture printing machine, a full line of Hallmark cards, giftware, and toys for tots.
All right, we'll get back to the rest of our second quarter sponsors after when we get a break here. So first play of the second quarter. Heidelberg keeps the ball, cuts back upfield. Nice couple of moves. Long run. He's only going to end up with 4 to 5 yards, but he ran a long way to get that.
I think you're going to remember we started that, though, 1st and 15. So it was
Oh, we did.
a gain of 8 yards.
Thank you. Very nicely done. I think you're going to remember as opposed to, hey, did you realize, dummy? So he ran 9 yards.
I have lots of experience with empowering and encouraging. So.
2nd and 6. Break the huddle. We'll send Case wide to the left side of the formation. Tight end, 2 slot backs, 1 fullback. Fullback gets the carry. Jansen with one of his better runs of the night. Maybe not as impressive, but he got good yardage, 6-7 yard gain.
Yeah, and that brings us to another Warrior first down, it looks like. Yep.
Ball just short of the Warrior 40, 1st and 10 there. We're already down to 11 minutes to go in this quarter. This ball game is flying by. It's funny how sometimes it seems like they just are over in a heartbeat, and other times they seem to drag on forever.
I think we have viewers still watching the second quarter of the Bennington game.
No, they turned off early. Pass. Here's our first pass. Going to be long. It's intended down here for Robson. Zach jumped. Players got tangled up just a little bit, but really that was just well covered.
That was well covered. The defender was in a good position, and tough ball to catch. We'll regroup here and try something else.
So you had the original play on the camera of Jay Smith, and the second replay there, the replay from Danny Maddox. Well, it's kind of like in the pros or college, Jeremiah. You know, you let them know we'll do it so they can't cheat up towards the line, although I know they play off a little bit anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so we got flags all over the field.
we had a back leaning just a little bit, so that'll be a movement penalty. I'm going to call it an illegal shift. I guess technically it would be because we would have had 2 guys moving at the same time. So that'll make it 2nd and 15. Baldwin comes in from the sideline. Zach Lumen, one of the Warrior linemen out there. We'll try to get some more numbers and names as we go. Morgan Wheeler, Nick Meyer. There we go, 2nd and 15. 1 back in the backfield. Man in motions, Cruz. Heidelberg keeps. Turns back upfield, runs through a couple of tackles. Good hard run's going to pick up the 5 that we lost on a penalty. It'll make it 3rd and 10.
Very similar look to what we saw at the end zone earlier in the first quarter when he scored, but that yardage just wasn't there this time.
Real nice close-up replay there. I like the way Jay and Danny have been kind of ham and egging the shots. It brings a nice new feature to our broadcast.
Sure does.
We can't give good announcing, but we can give good camera work. All right, 3rd and 10. Pass play. Lots of time. Now he gets some pressure. Rolls to the right. He throws it deep. That's intended for Jones. Oh! James had to shift directions, and that cost him 1 step that would have been the difference, I think.
I think so. He got going one direction, and the ball just wandered off to just the opposite direction from him.
Nice job of Heidelberg just to rear back and throw that off on the run.
Yeah.
So with that, the Warriors miss an opportunity and will drop back to punt.
Those offensive linemen gave him a good time to throw that ball.
They did, absolutely.
Good protection.
Receiver on the 20. Williams punting from his own 25. If you can get it up in the air here, it'll go a ways. Good snap. Nice punt. Pretty punt. Hits on the 25. Take a little bounce the Inman direction. The Warriors will down it on the 28, 29-yard line.
9:31 left in the second quarter. Warrior defense coming out on the field.
Football, we're going to call that the 28. It's just the length of the football past it. Inman has a pretty decent crowd here at the game. It's we've certainly seen bigger, but we've seen a heck of a lot less on occasion, too. Inman, who had a couple of first downs in their first possession. The Warriors have held them pretty solid since then. Quarterback pitches. Williams is out there in pursuit. Boy, the back worked hard. He didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
James Jones met him out there, and a host of other Warriors that finished him off.
Williams just kept pushing him to the outside, wouldn't let him turn back upfield. So he's got about a loss of a half yard. We'll call it 2nd and 10 still. Split it back out on this side, back out on the far side. Two slots, full back. Pitch going this direction. Boom! Right in the backfield. Cruz with a big drop.
Wow. He read that from the moment they said go.
Yes, he did. I don't know if you noticed, we caught it just at the end of the replay, but the quarterback took a bruising right as he tossed the ball, and then the receiver or the back got the same treatment.
Hey, what did I tell
Yeah, well, I got that, Casey. You did. You predicted it.
you? That's a start.
That's a start.
That's right.
3rd and 15. Fullback. Oh, the ball popped. I think they recover. They weren't getting anything off that play anyway. Now they're going to lose a couple.
Sean Buchanan was close to recovering that ball. Just a second faster, we'd be starting from right there.
Well, it isn't going to matter because they're going to punt against the wind. Heidebrecht's going to take it back. If Heidebrecht goes back inside the 20, then we gain from not
That's
recovering
right.
the fumble. Taylor standing on the Inman side of the 50 to receive this punt. Load, line drive punt. Yeah, nothing Taylor can do with that. Actually, that was probably a pretty smart move if that was done intentionally. Don't let it get up in the air.
That's right. So pick the
You
ball
say
up
you
at
thinking maybe I'm
45.
giving him too much
Well,
credit?
I think you're doing a fair thing and giving him the credit for a low punt.
The second quarter sponsors are Marion Pharmacy, Triple R Hauling, and Shelter Insurance. And, Jane, we need to remember we need to get the rest of those sponsors on at some point when we get a timeout here. 7:30 to go, second quarter. Warriors up 7-0. Need to get in the end zone on this drive to keep Casey's hope alive. Jansen with a carry. Oh, just got tripped up. Number 73 just got an ankle there, I think.
Yeah, just got to paw out there and grab those shoelaces, I think. And that was
Yeah, I'm not even sure now. I was giving 73 credit. I think the 50-yard line might have been what got him.
we'll have to have that mowed down.
Yeah. 2nd and 3, and it's a short 3. Heidebrecht wants to pass. Quick pass. Caught. Robson with the carry. He's got it inside the 40. And we started to go to that, Jeremiah, that they're playing far enough off. You got the impression from coaches' comments in the scouting report that if they don't come up and get enough closure on our people, we'll do that all night long.
Yeah, and I think that's, especially with the wind, I think that's available to us all night, those 4 or 5 yard passes. He did tell us that they're going to close fast, but those passes will be there.
1st and 10 now. Heidebrecht keeps, pitches, Cruz catches, cuts back upfield. Nice plant and cut. He picks up 6.
That was well executed. The Teutons really didn't know where the ball was for a while there. And
Yeah, the one kid, I was just watching the replay, he continued to chase Heidebrecht after he had pitched it, and he pitched it right in front of him. 2nd and 4 with the line of scrimmage being the 34 of Inman. Man in motion is Williams. Jansen with a carry. He's going to get the ball inside the 30. If they give him a spot, he'll have a first down. It might be real close.
Boy, that is close. You know, the Warriors really moving the ball real well on this drive right now.
Yes. Look crisp, look quick. We just heard a comment that we've talked about up here many times in the past where they spot the ball, and then they move the ball,
Yeah.
and then they measure.
Yeah.
As we see the measurement, it's a Tampa State Bank timeout for a measurement, and it looks like they've got it. Real close. And it is.
Just
Warrior
by the
first
nose
down.
of the football.
So the Warriors will have a first down inside the Teuton 30. As I think we said earlier, Warriors look real crisp and quick. Let's keep it going. There's a pass. Jones catches it, puts a nice move on. Oh, that move almost sprung him.
Almost. Number 80 there was able to catch up to him, but James was real close to leaving him in his dust.
As it is, it's an 11-yard gain and another first down. The Warriors will take over on the 19. All right, they won't take over. They'll continue the drive from the 19. Baldwin on the near side will line up at the tight end. Jones will split out wide on the right. Williams and Cruz are your slot backs. Jansen your fullback. Heidebrecht from the pistol. Hands off to Jansen. Jansen's got running room right up the gut. They bring him down on the 6.
Those short passes have opened up the center of the field, and Jansen was able to find a hole there.
And Jeremiah, that's a really good point because they were playing that. Adam was just not getting anything for a better part of that whole first quarter, and all of a sudden, there's some wide lanes through there.
Yeah, it really looked good.
Number 50, John Nordquist is the center out there. Morgan Wheeler on the right side. Jansen with a carry. He's inside the 5 and pushed back.
Gonna bring us to 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal from just about the 4. So the Warriors with 3 shots to get in the red and blue zone here. With a Case and Son touchdown.
That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, then we need to get the ball back quick so we'll have a chance for another score and, like I say, make Casey happy.
That's right.
3 split out on the right side of the formation. Heidebrecht rolls, he fakes, keeps his feet, he's in the zone! Heidebrecht with a Case and Son touchdown.
He really reads the field well. He's able to see where the blockers are going and able to find where that hole's going to be and hit it quick.
I just want to mention one time here while we got just a moment that sure appreciate the broadcast facilities here from the Jerry Katie Insurance broadcast area. We go on the road and we're building scaffolding and broadcasting off the back of pickup trucks and stuff. It's certainly easier to see the game from
Yeah,
here.
it's been in some less than hospitable environments. haven't
Yes. Kick is up. I never saw a signal. Look good. There it is. It's good.
you? All right.
Gene, let's get the rest of those second quarter sponsors. We'll get to that just as soon as Gene can make his magic fingers work. Warriors up 14-0 here with 3:59. Here we go.
Hauling, your hauling expert. Give them a call at 382-7802 and get things moving. Triple R Hauling. Jerry Katie Agency is a full-line insurance agency specializing in crop and hail insurance. They also carry farm, home, auto, life, and annuities. Their goal is to continue to offer quality insurance products while maintaining our commitment to always providing the best service possible to each and every customer.
Well, we are back. We thank those second quarter sponsors. And Jeremiah, we've got some other sponsors that we want to give some love to.
That's right, Mike. We got our Warrior sponsors, Marion Auto Supply, Edward Jones, Gambino's Pizza, and HRK Variety. You know, if you're looking for something, HRK Variety has it.
Except for Gambino's Pizza. They don't have that.
They don't have Gambino's Pizza.
But I do on a regular basis. Oh, boy. Griff Case.
Wow.
Nice kick. That hits about 3/4 of the way back in the end zone, and there was no returning that kick.
No, the Teuton kind of stopped running backwards and watched as it sailed over his head.
So Inman will have just a tick under 4 minutes to go into the wind from their own 20 to try to do something here in this first half. And this, I'm not predicting it, but we're to the point where I've just got that feeling that there could be a turnover. I don't mean to say in the wind, but there could be a turnover in the making here. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we saw a fumble on their last possession.
But they got that one back. Pitch. They're trying to get wide. They're going to get 2 yards, and nice tackle by Jacob Baldwin.
Yeah, we're getting quick to the ball on defense. We're anticipating those wide runs.
2nd and 9 for Inman. So, Jeremiah, just what is a two-time?
You know, I've done I've had a couple opportunities to announce the Teutons in basketball, and it doesn't seem like any of us really know. Some sort of warrior, as far as I can tell.
Well, I think I have an answer. Just do not listen to Casey. He'll be wrong. 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Oh, boy! Met in the backfield.
That was Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams met him and dropped him.
A good shot here, the replay. It'll be 3rd and 14. I believe they are a Germanic tribe.
Germanic tribe.
One of the tribes that came south and eventually sacked Rome.
Okay.
Along with the Vandals and the Goths and the Visigoths and all those, I think.
And they're in Inman.
And they're in Inman now, yes. Well, they came over, went through Ellis Island. 3rd and 13. Oh, got a little reverse, going to go back to the left. We ran right by him. He gets a corner turn, but he does not have enough room. He hit the sideline. It'll be 4th down.
Zach Robson and looked like Morgan Wheeler were out there to finally wrap him up.
I guess he didn't get out of bounds because the clock is still running.
That's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah. 4th and 3. They're talking to the sideline there. 2 minutes to go. I don't know. That would be a gutsy move to go for it here from your own 27.
It really would. And they've shown they've got the capability of putting a low punt together and putting
They're
it
going to
back.
call a timeout.
Yeah, Casey, I think they're just letting the clock run down and give us as little time as possible, you think?
That's exactly right. They're going to wait till the clock runs down. They're going to call it. They're going to punt the ball, hope they don't hike it over the kicker's head. And right now they are on their heels. They're playing not to lose. They're not playing to win.
That is a Tampa State Bank timeout.
I tell you what, though, guys, I've been out here. I've seen us, and we can do it. We got 3 or 4 receivers that are pretty darn salty and a good quarterback, and it'd be kind of fun to see us run a full-fledged 2-minute drill and utilize the clock and make my 21-0 prediction come true.
Yeah, I think it's very possible, and the thing about it is it's great practice. And Casey, I know you agree with this. There may come a time in the playoffs where it's a difference between advancing and going home if you get the ball back with 1:40 to go and you're down by 6 or 7.
Absolutely. Hey, back to this last defensive stand. We had a couple of great performances, one by my boy Trevor Cruz, who's might be impressing a Colorado girl in the stands tonight. Anyway, he didn't make the tackle on this first option to the right, but he's the one that strung that play out, forced it back inside. And then Caleb Williams, of course, that was a no-brainer on that one. Our defense is playing like I think they can.
So Inman elects to punt. No real surprise there. They used up as much time as they could. Snap is good. Gets the kick away. Low kick again. Yeah, that was a good decision on Robson's part. He played with the idea of fielding that one like a shortstop and changed his mind.
Yeah. So we're going to pick up the ball at our 44 and try and put it in the end zone before we run out of time here.
Well, so far, one of the things I've liked is although it's not been error-free, there have been a few penalties. It's been a relatively clean game, and I don't mean clean as in the players aren't playing dirty. I just mean everybody's playing good, solid, fundamental football, and the Warriors are just doing what they need to do.
They really are. They're putting together a solid game on both sides of the ball, which is good to see.
So here we go. Minute 33 now as the clock, of course, ran for the punt play. Heidebrecht rolling this direction. Tucks it back under his arm, and he's going to get first. We got a flag down. He had a first down, but the flag may be bringing it back. It's going to be a hold against the Warriors. So just as soon as I talk about being fundamentally sound and no mistakes, here we go. But, you know, sometimes that's just almost, it's just impossible not to do.
It is. I had one former football player that played at the college level. He said if they don't call holding, it's just because they didn't see it.
Yeah. Or they got tired of calling it. You know, they can't call it every play.
That's right.
All right, Case is going to come in from the sidelines with the play. The Warriors will be after the spot foul, lining up 1st and 10 from the 40, so it'll be 1st and 14. So not a big loss of yardage, but we lost a 11-yard gain on that one that would have put us in their territory. Heidebrecht wants to pass as he rolls this way, looks downfield, gets it away to Jones, and just off his hands.
Good pass. The timing was excellent on that. Just couldn't put it together.
Yep.
So.
Jones, a very sure-handed receiver, just couldn't pull that one in. Might have been just a little behind him, but all in all, I wouldn't mind seeing him go back to that at some point here. So 2nd and 14.
Minute 10 left.
Second quarter of the ball game. Cruz goes in motion. Jansen with the carry. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll be it. Warriors will be 3rd and 10 from there, and the Warriors call their first Tampa State Bank timeout. We want to give our congratulations to Queen Kaylin Tyrrell and King Zach Robson, who were crowned in ceremonies brought before the game. The Queen candidates were Kaylin, along with Megan Richmond and Katie Ehrlich, and the King candidates, Taylor Heidebrecht, Zach Robson, James Jones. And the Rev here, Jeremiah, points out that with Kaylin and Zach, that was a clean sweep for the Presby Church. And let's see, was it last week's donation plate that went into bribing judges to get that?
We're not going to reveal those secrets. On
Yeah, that's right. That's, you know, Lord moves in mysterious ways. 3rd and just under 10 here as the Warriors will break the huddle after the Tampa State Bank timeout.
You know what I said to you during that time was just 6 good kids nominated for those positions, and the 3 young women and 3 young men are doing a lot of great things in this school. And
well, one of the things you were discussing, Jeremiah, was the fact that it just you know, I mean, heck, kids are fun and every year, but some classes just kind of stand out in a little bit of a way, and this is a really good senior class.
Very bright. I believe what I heard was 9 4.0s out of 44 students.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Warriors on 3rd down. Need just under 10. Heidebrecht's going to roll right with the pitch. They should get it. Oh, they do close fast. That's a nice job. We had heard that about Inman, that they have good closing speed, and they did close on that play.
And that's going to bring up 4th down, about 7 to go.
Warriors are going to let the clock run, which might mean they're going to go for it, and don't want to, in case they didn't make it, to not give Inman a lot of time to work with, or it might mean we're just going to run it down and punt. We're at the 30-second mark.
Looks like we're going to call a timeout here.
Tension's unbearable.
Everybody's kind of standing around.
And there's the Warriors with their second Tampa State Bank timeout.
Yeah, I think we're give Caleb Williams an opportunity to punt it and bury it in the corner and see if the Teutons can put anything together with the last 18 seconds of the game, or the half, excuse me.
Normally we'd go down to Casey, but I think we're in 18 seconds from the quarterly report, so we'll get this last play off, and then that should bring up or shortly thereafter anyway, would bring up the end of the quarter, and we'll have our St. Luke Hospital quarterly report.
It's really cooled off here as the sun's gone down. It's
still real pleasant,
it
but
is
you're
real
right.
pleasant.
It's definitely was warm today. The crowd has not left us. Lost a few after the crowning of the homecoming royalty, but for the most part, we're even over into the auxiliary stand south of the stadium, and the wind has not gone away either.
No.
All right, Williams standing on the 35. They apparently don't believe us. They've not here. Man's finally slowly dropping back. They're coming for the block. Williams gets it away. Nice punt. Get there, get there, get there. They're going to down it right there. They
Seth
do.
Snelling got the ball right at the edge of the end zone.
Heck of a job by Snelling to get down there, dive on it, and push it back before he went inbound or in the end zone.
So the Teutons are going to have 8 seconds to.
Like far.
What'd he say?
I think you.
No.
The one thing we'll have to watch for here, Jeremiah, not watch for, but hope for, is they got to run one play. Could this be a safety?
We have an opportunity here.
Take a heck of a line surge. Warriors would have to push everybody back. Quarterback sneak.
Nothing there.
Nothing there, but he didn't have to get much. He just had to avoid losing.
Just had to move it forward.
And that will be the end of the first quarter. So, Casey, let's go to you for the St. Luke Hospital quarterly report with Casey Case.
All right, guys, end of the first half. We're up 14-0. Grant was screaming for a timeout right there with 1 second left. We were hoping we could push them back for a safety. Other than the first series of the game, the Warriors have dominated here tonight, especially the defensive side of the ball. Real similar to our first game of the year against El Saline. Trying to open it up in the second half or not, we threw one short pass across the middle to Zach Robinson. It was completed for a first down. Tried a couple of long passes. This pass here to James Jones was a little bit behind him, but it went right through his hands. A very catchable ball. We're doing a good job controlling the ground game as the half wore on. Like I said, though, our defense is dominant. Unless Inman can come out and do something special and force us to make turnovers, I think this is our homecoming game to be won. We've done a very good job of ball control. We've had very few penalties. By the time we had penalties, when Mike said we didn't have any penalties. One thing, guys, that you haven't talked about, or maybe you did, maybe I was off. We broke a 4-year drought. We had 4 consecutive years without a homecoming kiss. And Zach Robinson, Kalen Tiroff, hats off to you guys. You are Presbyterians. I know that has a lot to do with it. We got a homecoming kiss after 5 years. Man, come on, let's never let this drought happen again. And I know I talked to all the candidates before the ceremony. I talked to the mothers of the king candidates. I talked to the mothers of the queen candidates. They assured me they would not embarrass the MHS body, and there would be a kiss. Thank God there was a kiss, and it's going to be a great homecoming night.
Thank you, Casey. That concludes our first half of action. Now let's take a look at our third quarter sponsors.
Huey Real Estate is a full-service real estate agency specializing in residential real estate in the Marion County area. Huey Real Estate lists and sells the majority of real estate in the immediate Marion area. In fact, they sell the majority of Marion real estate listed by other companies as well. They also serve the surrounding communities in the county, including Marion County Lake, Hillsborough, Peabody, Lincolnville, and Florence. And Marion Kiwanis Club, dedicated to providing service to children and local communities. Since 1923, Marion Kiwanis have worked for our community. Come join us. You can help. MCTV reminds you to support our sponsors. They make these broadcasts possible. And Marion High School Boosters, financially, emotionally, and in all ways possible, the MHS Boosters support the students of Marion High in all of their activities. Contact the high school to join them and boost the Warriors. MCTV reminds you to support our sponsors. They make these broadcasts possible. Tampa State Bank is one of the few banks in Marion County still locally owned. We offer the full range of banking services: checking, savings, time deposits, consumer, commercial, and real estate loans, escrow services, credit and debit cards, internet banking, new touchscreen drive-up ATM, night depository, and safe deposit boxes. Our friendly, courteous officers and staff will continue to provide the excellent service to our customers in 2012 that they have been used to since 1901.
We'll put you in choir practice.
Oh, hey, Wheeler and I used to, you wouldn't believe. We're on?
We're on.
We're on. Well, thank you, Gene, for the warning. As we're,
You were about to tell a
I was
story.
about to tell you, Ed Wheeler and I we'd sing a lot. We'd come on and sing, and Kevin Hofer, who at that time was would always stand right by the mixer, would turn our microphones off. But Ed and I there was hardly a game go by that we didn't sing something.
I'm glad to know that.
Yeah, you can break out in rendition of Oklahoma or anything you
we
want.
want to keep our viewers.
Well, it hasn't driven him away yet.
One of the things that we say at the church is if you want to be in choir, just sing better than the preacher.
So that, in other words, the
It's a low
standards
bar.
are not that. Yeah,
That's
the
right.
bar's pretty low. All right, here we go. Griff Case with the wind at his back.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're not turning that as it hit about a yard short of the back line.
Great to see him having these good kicks.
Jeremiah, I like the fact, normally you'd say, gosh, I want the win in the fourth quarter, but here with a two-score lead, the Warriors may want to have the opportunity just to get a couple more and then make it so an insurmountable lead going into that fourth quarter.
I think we're going to have a great opportunity to put a couple scores on the board here with the wind at our backs and just let us run out the clock in the fourth quarter.
So from the 20-yard line, Inman will give it another try. Both teams, I'm sure, tried to make some adjustments over the halftime break. Quarterback hands off to the fullback, and he goes laterally down the line, ends up losing a yard. Jeremiah, how about those third quarter sponsors?
Third quarter sponsors are Huey Real Estate, Marion Kiwanis, and the Marion Boosters.
Of course, we showed their little spot there right before we came back on for the second half, but we want to make sure and mention them one more time. They actually gave him the forward progress, so no real loss on that play. It'll be 2nd and 10. The ball popped out. I think Inman fell on it, and that was just pure luck because the ball carrier got smashed before he even really had the ball in his possession.
I think John Norquist was in there and hit him as the ball was getting to him. Is Casey trying to say
I
something?
think Casey was kind of lost out there in the stratosphere somewhere.
There he is.
Not getting you, Case. Big loss on the play, 6-yard loss. It'll be 3rd and 16. Scoreboard says 3rd and 17. But I think it's 3rd and 16. But anyway. Really appreciate the folks that worked the scoreboard here after what we experienced at Bennington last week. And
Boy, that was bad. Got him.
a lot of movement out there. And that's delay a game. So that'll push them back 5 more. Puts the ball at the 9-yard line. 3rd and forever.
Yeah, about 10:26 left in the quarter and 3rd and 22.
Warrior coaching staff. Sean Kraft, Grant Tiroff, Jerry Smith, Mark Meyer, Terry Edwards up here in the booth, all working hard. Hand off to the fullback. He gets a yard. Warriors anticipating a punt, and I would be shocked if they're wrong.
See if they give us something we can return this time.
Eidebrecht is standing at the 39 of the Teutons. Now he moves forward. Be kicking from their own end zone. Snaps all right. Gets a no! Oh, we've got the ball in the end zone. He's in the zone. We got to get the name. It's a Case and Son touchdown. Who recovered that?
I don't know.
Casey, is it Nordquist? I cannot hear
No,
Casey.
we don't have Casey.
Go ahead and fill for a second, Jeremiah.
All right, yeah, that was John. Oh,
Now, there you go. John Nordquist recovered that.
that's great. That was a great recovery by John. We're going to Griff Case is in for the kick. Teutons look kind of bewildered about what just happened. Kick is up. And it's good.
So the Warriors up 21-0. Casey, I think you can hear me. Danny Matthews will have or Danny Maddox, excuse me, not Danny Matthews. Danny Maddox will have the handheld mic in his back pocket right in front of the press box down here. So anytime you want to come get that, you can.
Sounds good. How about
How's your battery, Casey?
all green are
I think Casey's experiencing some frustration. If you need to, Case, you can come get the handheld and just use it now, too. It's up to you. So up 21-0, 9:42 to play in the 3rd quarter. The Warriors seem to be firmly in control of this ball game, and it's a ball game that, frankly, Inman came out, they, as we mentioned, came in undefeated. They seem to have a little bit of spirit and stuck it to us for a couple of series there.
Yeah, their first drive looked like they were going to be able to move the ball well, and since then our defense really stepped up and has put together what we've expected to see of our defense after the Sedgwick game, a solid effort.
And I tell you, Griff Case is feeling it. He must be upset that he didn't get to kiss anybody before the game, because he's taking it out on the football right now.
That's 3 in a row now that have landed in the end zone for him.
Now, understandably, he's got a big win behind his back, but you know that's not just all wind. You still got to get your foot under and get that thing up in the air, and he's sure doing it.
That's right. So Teutons are going to get the ball back here and see if they can move it this time.
Once again, from their own 20, they went backwards last time till they ended up in their own end zone. Hand off, fullback ran through it. Ball popped out. I think they've got, that's about the 3rd time they've managed to land on their own fumble.
It is. They, like we were told in the scouting report, they will close
They close well. Yeah. 2-yard loss, that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Hey guys, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
All right, I got some new batteries. Carry with me now. I do the mic and the new batteries. The wind still is a problem, so I'll talk to you guys in a minute.
All right, thanks, Case. Going steadily backwards so far, Inman. Here's a pitch, ball's on the ground, pops right back to the back. He gets driven down by Cruz. Had Robson also in on the initial hit.
Trying to impress somebody tonight. No, I wouldn't know who. I think she might be from Colorado.
Casey operated on the Monty Python rule of humor. The more times you say it,
The more
funnier
funnier it gets, yeah. Casey's funny, just not funny, ha-ha, funny, strange. But there's 3rd and 11. Handoff, hit in the backfield. He may have fought back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down. And right now, this Warrior defense is absolutely dominating this football game.
Yeah, it looked like Morgan got in there, and Kyle Pallett got in there, and number 4 just wasn't sure where to go. So we got a timeout, Tampa State.
Tampa State Bank timeout. Who called it?
I think the Teutons called that.
Thank you very much. My bad. I need to mark that down.
Yeah, the viewers here can't see your efficient timeout grid.
Actually, I've got this little chart that I do on timeouts. It's not exactly geometry or anything, but this started back, in '94, Jeremiah, and many of the places we went didn't have scoreboards that showed you how many timeouts each team had.
I think if our viewers, if you were at Bennington last week, you would have seen that there was no telling what was going on the scoreboard.
They had a very nice scoreboard, but I wouldn't trust in anything it was telling me. I mean, it would say 4th and 33 when it was 1st and 7 or whatever. We one more time want to in the second half here. We mentioned it in the first half, but we have various categories of sponsors. We have our quarterly sponsors, and we have our which is like our quarterly report sponsors: St. Luke Hospital, broadcast areas, Jerry Cady Insurance, timeout sponsors, Tampa State Bank, Touchdowns, Case and Son Insurance. You've seen all the various individual quarter sponsors. We have our Warrior sponsors also, and that's Marion Auto Supply, Edward Jones Investments, Gambino's Pizza, and HRK Variety. 4th down. Punter's lined up on his own 11. Snap away. Pretty good kick, really. Takes a little bit of an Inman bounce, goes out of bounds on the 43-yard line. Warriors will take over on the 43 of the Teutons.
And I'm new at this. One of the things I asked Gene and Casey and Jay last time I was traveling with them was how many other teams are doing, how many other schools have this kind of broadcast available to them. And the answer is not very many. And
particularly not at this level.
Right, and to have these sponsors make this possible for this community and these athletes, I think is a real great gift, and we really thank them for
And I want to get back to that in just a moment, but good point. 1st and 10 for the Warriors here. Jansen, oh no, Heidebrick keeps. He faked me out along with the Teutons. He's broke free. Heidebrick is in the zone. Case and Son touchdown. Casey, I think the dam may have broke.
The dam is
Great drop in, Casey. That broadcast school is really paying off. We're sorry. I know you can't. You got the wind to contend with, but we couldn't hear anything you said.
all right. Yeah, I said the dam has broken. I know you can hear that.
We did.
got that.
Yes, we did.
Got that.
If I turn my wide to the wind, my
Griff Case with the point after attempt. And we may have had a little movement there. Yeah. They were kind of jumping around on the defensive side. I think somebody just flinched a bit.
They've seen him on the kickoff. They want to see just how far away he can kick this from.
From a long way.
That's right.
This wind behind him now for sure.
So you'll be kicking from about the 15.
Yeah, be the equivalent of a 25-yard field goal.
Yep.
It's down. Oh, that one I couldn't tell. Casey, did they get a piece of that? No. He's trying, but we've got between the wind and this is all wireless. And frankly, we have yet to find a decent wireless setup that works from distance.
Right.
And I don't know if, I mean, obviously wind isn't going to affect that, although it affects the quality of the sound, but struggling with that. But back to your point, Jeremiah, Marion is a community that, like all small communities, has an issue here and an issue there. But one thing that, and I didn't grow up here, so I think I can be pretty objective about is the way that the local businesses support ongoing efforts to have something in their town. From MCTV, which would not exist, this equipment we're talking about, wireless stuff, our headsets, all this, doesn't exist without those sponsors.
Right.
Chingawassa Days. I've been involved in festivals in other towns, and I was on the Chingawassa committee from its inception. The way merchants stepped up, and businesses and individuals, and contributed is just amazing. And it's, I think, a real point of pride that Marion ought to be able to mention and just know they have.
Right. I think it's one of the things that my wife and I really love about this community.
Griff Case is just showing off now. That one's clear out of the end zone.
Yeah, that one didn't even land in the end zone. Casey's telling us it was a field goal. That it was good.
Did it go through?
So we might throw an extra point up there and make it even.
27-0 is our score at the 7:49 mark, and we are still in the third quarter. And just as the first half flew by, the third quarter has kind of slowed to a crawl, but primarily it's because the clock has been stopped so much because we keep scoring touchdowns.
That's right. It's like every time we get the ball, we're in the end zone. So we got to take some time, get an extra point kicked, and kick off again. So.
Hand off again to the fullback, and he's going to get a few yards. Not a bad run. It'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Just met by a host of Warriors there at about the 24-yard line, it looked like.
Yeah, let's make that 2nd and 6. I mentioned the Warrior coaching staff. One of the things, other than Sean Kraft replacing Doug Dick, this group of people have been together forever. And Doug was there for a long time. Sean's now been there for a long time, and I think that continuity has to be helpful. And in the backfield, I think that was
number
Baldwin,
3,
wasn't it? Yeah.
Jacob Baldwin.
Jacob gets in for the sack.
He's got some real good speed off the corner there, and can really get after the quarterback when he is given the opportunity.
Loss on the play, so now it'll be 3rd and 7. And Inman has just really struggled offensively the second half. I'm trying to think if they've had any positive yardage plays, maybe a yard or two here or there.
And nothing there again. He's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah. And again, he got a couple, and so they've had a few of those, but they've interspersed them with a 7-yard loss here and a 5-yard loss there. And there, I would have to predict that if you just looked at second half stats, that they'd be in the red or in the negative column on their offensive production.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely accurate. Seth Snelling really got in there on that play and shut him down.
4th and 5, Heidebrecht deep. Ball's on the ground again. Kicker gets it away, does a nice job. Hits a hook that takes a little bit of a Inman roll and going to die on the 38. So the Warriors will have great field position inside the Inman 40.
Here come the Warriors. Let's see what they can put together here. I think the last play from scrimmage was a touchdown from about the same point of the field. So
yeah. Morgan Wheeler in that interior line out there. Nick Meyer, number 53. Zach Lumen, number 75. Give me some more numbers.
55.
55 is Kyle Palick. Nordquist, number 50, the center.
Yep.
First down play. It comes around this side. We got a flag down. That was Williams with the carry. He runs nice, bounced off a couple of tacklers.
Caleb picked up about 9 yards, but we're going to see what the referee tells us here. Looks like it's coming back.
I got a hold. So holding on Marion, and that'll push it back. Have to let him mark it off. It'll be a spot foul. Seems to me, and I know this is a very subjective thing, but it seems like the officiating crew's done a pretty nice job tonight. Been pretty, if nothing else, at least they've been decisive. Seem to know whether they were right or wrong. They were decisive about it.
Yeah, and I hate to keep going back to the Bennington game, but boy, when we were up there last week, it just seemed from sideline to scoreboard to field that the whole thing was sloppy, and it's good to see this game so well put together.
It is, yes. So that one really hurts the Words. It's first and over 20. James Jones around that right side. If he beats that man, then he can't quite do it. Boy, he might have had a lot of running room. He's going to get a nice gain on the carry.
Yeah, met over at the east sideline there and got out of bounds, I think. So second and about 14.
And it was, so I would say he had a 7-yard gain because we were way back there. The Warriors keep getting yardage in chunks like that. We'll pick this up in no time. Heidelberg, quick pass, caught. Jones is going to fall forward to the 35.
I was just thinking I'd love to see him go to the air on this play and see if we can't pick up some yardage that way.
We got an official right at 35 that's injured, guys.
Oh,
Jay, can you get right there? I don't know if he got poked in the eye or hit in the head. He's taking his cap off. And he's a gamer. He's right back in the mix.
Shake it off and play ball.
That was about a 7-yard gain, so now 3rd and 7. We got the catch. We're just, like we said, they close fast. Here we go, coming around this side. Williams with the carry, cuts back. Now he cuts back outside. And we got a flag down. He's at the 25. I think they're going to call another hold. We got 2 flags down.
Yep. Warriors showing that it's coming back, and yet it is.
Yep. I think that call, where they're calling the hold, I think was fairly far downfield. We've already showed the replay. Can you show that play again, Gene? Let's see that one more time. That's not the right play, Gene. So far, we're doing good at showing you replays of plays. All right, here it is. Back to live action. Heidebrecht wants to pass long. It's intended for Cruz. Bo, just a little short and almost intercepted. If Cruz had caught that, Casey would have just been beside himself.
We would have heard from him. It's going to bring up 4th down and about, I think we're at 7 or 8 yards.
Yeah, about 8.
And we're going to see what Coach Tiroff does here with the lead and the wind at his back.
Yeah, he's going for it, and I can't disagree with that. At this point, Inman has shown no ability to move the ball. Why not take the shot? Jones is split out wide on the right side. Cruz is going out there too. Williams is out there in the slot. One back in the backfield's Jansen. Just hand it off to Jansen. No, the ball pops out. We picked it up. That's Nordquist, the center, that got back and picked it up, and we're going to turn the ball over where we get him to mark the ball.
Yeah, just before midfield.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be on the 50,
yeah.
but apparently he must have put a knee down, so it'll be on the Inman will have the ball on their own 47, just across the 47.
That's the best field position they've had in the 3rd quarter.
And we got 4 minutes left to go in what has been a really slow-moving quarter. So see if that little bit of good fortune perks the Teutons up. Quarterback wants to throw. He gets it away long. Pretty good arm against that wind, but he threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, there wasn't anywhere for that ball to be caught. So we're going to come back and try again on 2nd down, get our defense in there and not give them a chance to throw this time.
Better over here?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Where are you? Oh, there you are,
Right,
yeah.
I'm down here. I got the wind blowing toward you. I think that's the whole key. When I'm on the other side of the 50, the wind is blowing my signal away. If that makes any sense at all, I don't care if it makes sense or not because it works over here. It makes sense to me. So, but the whole 3rd quarter, we've been at the other end of the field. So here
Well,
I am.
did we say anything so awful that you have to comment?
No, but I was kind of hoping we'd try a field goal back there.
Oh, yeah.
Believe
there
it
you
or
go.
not.
And we've got a timeout called.
We had 4th and 8 from what, like the 35-yard line or heck, he kicked a field goal when he kicked it off last time. So
That's right.
He would have had not quite as much run at it with a field goal attempt as he did from the kickoff.
what do you got to lose?
Well, I don't know. At this point, you might be accused of running up the score.
Trying a 50-yard field goal, I doubt it, but you never know. I'm just a little bit biased, not much.
You do share a last name with the kicker. So.
I do.
Yeah.
Now, he's never attempted a field goal in his high school career, so.
Well, we got a few more games left to
Yes,
get that.
yes, we do.
Yeah.
Well, while we have this opportunity with 4 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the third quarter, one more time, shout out to Harry Real Estate, Marion Quantas, and Marion Boosters.
Thing is, one day you may need a field goal, and it'd be, I don't know, maybe you'd like to practice it in a game where there's not a lot of pressure. Just my thought.
Casey, this is so eerily reminiscent of the first game against El Saline in that winds out of the southeast, and you know the wind usually dies down in the evening, and it has not died down a mile per hour.
It is reminiscent also in the fact that El Saline came out and kind of had control of the first series like Inman did. But tell you guys, this is the best game we have played this year.
All the way around.
through. I mean, we, knock on wood, haven't made turnovers. We haven't made a lot of penalties, not a lot of mistakes. And our defense is completely dominating.
Oh, wow. Caleb Williams just met him. He had nowhere to go.
Caleb Williams, Jacob Baldwin, and Nick Meyer had a meeting.
And ironically, I was saying how our defense is completely dominating the Inman guys. This is even, I mean, I was impressed with them in the Sedgwick game. The Bennington game was I didn't like that game at all. It was a sloppy game all the way around. But tonight, our defense is, I mean, these guys are going to go home with their tails between their legs and wonder what the heck happened.
Yeah, they came in here 3-0, and I think they are running into something they didn't expect.
Nathan Sear in there to defensive tackle on the right side. Quarterback wants to pass again, pumps, now he tucks it. He's going to get forward up to the original line of scrimmage. It had been 3rd and 15. It'll now be 4th and 10.
Jacob Baldwin was close on stripping the ball there, and Sean Buchanan came in and finished him off.
We've called a lot of different names tonight, Jeremiah.
We have.
You know, and that's a great thing. That means this is not just a one-man wrecking crew. This is a real team effort.
It really is. It's fun to see these guys having a go at a team, and you know, as we've all mentioned, just it's fun to see us put together a solid game.
Inman forced to punt again here in the latter stages of the third quarter, trailing 27-0. Good snap, gets a kick away, another line drive. They Heidebrecht thought about it, decides to let it die on the 15.
I thought he was going to pick that up and go, but good decision. Get a solid start here at the 15-yard line. Move the ball down the field.
Someone was shouting something. I noticed people in the stand turning to look who was saying it, and then I realized, oh, it's his big brother. Big brothers are allowed to say whatever they want. So the Warriors will now, in this case, it's just an opportunity to pad the stats. You got 85 yards to go, so if you break one, run or a pass, doesn't matter. It's going to be a lot of yardage on your side of the column.
It's going to look good.
Oh, Jansen got tripped up. I don't know if he got his. Can we see that again, Jane?
He tripped over Taylor's foot.
Okay, that's what I was trying to decide.
Tripped over Taylor's foot, and if I know what Big Brother was saying up there, because I was saying the same thing. I'm saying, pick it up and go, pick up the ball, but a smart thing not to. Big brothers aren't always so smart.
Well, and Taylor got the tackle there. So back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10.
Not a stat he was looking for as quarterback.
Case out on this side. No, you're right. Jones up top. Hand off to Jansen. He fights hard to maybe gain a yard.
Short gain there. Jansen really fighting hard for that yard. Teutons are ready for that. We're going to have to spread the field again.
Robson comes on with the play from the sideline, the 3rd and a long 9 call.
1:17 in the 3rd quarter.
Wind may have shifted just a little bit more out of the east. Still blowing strong. Taylor cuts upfield.
I think he's got the
Oh
first
boy,
down.
yes he does.
Yeah.
By that mark, if they give him the progress, yes, he should have the first down.
That wind's going to slowly shift, and as we're watching this game Sunday night, we're going to be feeling the effects of that shift.
What's it going to go clear around to the north?
Clear around to the north, and we'll feel it even at the parade tomorrow.
But we won't be standing up here with the window open
That's
Sunday
right.
night. At least I won't. Maybe you will, you young bucks. It's not by any means cool. I mean, you and I both have on shorts and short sleeve shirts, and I'm kind of a weenie, and I don't feel any need to put on anything more.
Beautiful night up here.
Down under a minute to play here in the 3rd quarter. 27-0 lead for the homestanding Warriors. Coming around this way, the carry by Williams. Caleb gets up to the 30-yard line, gain of 4.
Got an injured Teuton.
That's their quarterback,
It is.
Justin Friesen. And he's walking it off. He must have just got dinged. It gets in his left arm. Well, we got this opportunity. I know I try to mention it from time to time, but I get to talk and have fun with this. Jeremiah gets to, Casey gets to, but then the people that really, without Gene and Danny and Jay, we just be talking to ourselves.
That's
so I
right.
want to give them some shout out. And we're at time for a St. Luke Hospital quarterly report, and we'll go down to Casey Case.
27-0, guys, into the 3rd quarter, and this really, honestly, is what I expected. I expected a little more punch from Inman, but I looked at who they played, Mound Ridge and Bennington, and after we played Bennington last week, and I found out that Inman barely beat Bennington, I thought, man, the way our defense is playing, we ought to come out here and just dominate these guys, and we have dominated them in every sense of the word. I'd like to know what their total offensive output is tonight. If you take away the first drive, I'll bet their total net yards is about 10. I mean, our defense has dominated the line of scrimmage. Our offense is playing very well in terms of not turning the ball over, in terms of execution, although we're sure not ripping off the big plays like I'd like to see us do. Our running game sputtered at first. It's not real strong as the game goes on. Taylor Heidelberg's had a couple of good runs. We're probably not going to pass much anymore since we're up 27-0, but boy, I'd sure like to see some of those short passes over the middle, but I'm not complaining. It's homecoming, it's Old Settlers Day, and we are just kicking the Teutons back to Inman.
Casey, well, I'm going to get back to that as the Warriors will have a 2nd and 6 here to go. Line of scrimmage on the Warrior 30. Hand off to Jansen. He breaks through. Just kind of drags the man outside, gets the ball out to the 39. It's going to be just about a foot short. And that'll bring up 4th and very short.
I think we're at 3rd down.
Oh, 3rd. Okay, they already switched it. I looked out at the down marker. They were quick on the trigger there.
They were.
What's your question, Mike?
Question, Casey, your comment, I totally agree with you as you talked about the Bennington game and the Inman game. I was just afraid maybe Bennington just was a lot better with their big guy, and we were seeing the worst they could be, and that this Inman team really might be pretty good, but apparently not.
Well, they're really not a bad team. They haven't made a lot of fundamental mistakes. They just can't do a thing against our defense. And
Yeah.
You look at our defense, and I'm not going to name them all, but my gosh, we're solid all the way across the line. And you look when your 3 defensive backs are all 6'2" and 6'3" and 180 and 90 pounds. You just got a solid defense. You got the linebackers, the defensive linemen, and knock on wood, the biggest thing I think the Warriors have going for them this year so far, we don't have anybody hurt. We are completely 100% healthy, and hopefully we're going to come out of this game the same way.
Warriors picked up a first down on that 3rd and short, so it's 1st and 10 now from the 35. That's a handoff to Jansen as he cuts it back inside and brings it out across the 45 to the 47-yard line.
It's going to be close to another first down, Mike. It looked like he got it.
Jeremiah Casey's point about the way this defense is playing. I know Jerry Smith has been the defensive coordinator here for a long time. He has coached some outstanding high school 3A defensive teams. Last year, this Warrior team scored quite a few points. We gave up a lot of points, and I know Coach Smith was not happy about that. And I think we've got Jerry's revenge going on here right now.
You know, one of the things you have to do in 3A football is you got to work with what you got, and I think Jerry's got a great crop of young men to work with this year.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. 1st and 10 from the Warrior 47. Jansen with the carry. Oh, he's met hard. Had a hole, but that really was closed very quickly. He's going to pick up a little over 2 yards on the carry.
You know, Jansen quick to get up, though. We see the Teutons kind of slow to get up, and Jansen just pops right up. He's ready to go again.
Guys, we may break the mold a little bit tonight. My plan right now for my senior interviews is to interview the 3 King candidates, and I may see if I can get Jerry Smith in there too. We may get a little defensive coordinator interview, especially if we get the shutout.
That's a good call. See if you can do that.
That'd be a lot of fun.
I'm going to give Jacob Baldwin the Sportsmanship Award. I've looked down here about every time I've turned around and seen him helping some poor Teuton off the field, not off the field, but off the dirt. Yeah. Jansen with the carry again. Inman is doing a nice job. That tackle there was by number 55, who is Hank Thiessen. He's a junior center on the on offense. I guess he's probably not on offense right now. He's a tackle on defense, but we have had a couple of times where it looked to me like we were breaking that long run that we'd like to have, but they have not given up.
Right.
They're hanging in there.
They're unwilling to just roll over and die.
Now, why would they just come on? Homecoming here. Come on, give us a break. 3rd and 6. Robson on the top of your screen, split out wide. Come around this direction. That's Cruz with the carry. Cruz has got the first down. We got a flag.
It's hard to tell what that flag was on.
Yeah, we're going to take a replay right now. I'm going to hypothesize maybe a face mask.
Face mask.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, right there. You saw it as his head turned back.
Oh, yeah. Telltale sign of a face mask is when that helmet snaps around.
I always, since Marion Advancement Campaign and MCTV are the ones that bought the equipment to mic up the officials out there, I always like to give them credit when they use it. We've had some officiating crews that won't do it.
Yeah.
One of the things we've noticed when you have a wind like this, and this official still has it turned on.
There
yeah,
we go.
but it really plays havoc with it. This crew's trying to use it, but it's just hard to understand them.
Yeah.
1st and 10 from the 35 of the Teutons. Jansen again with the carry. Right up the middle of the field.
Lots of room.
Yeah, nice run as he picks up a first down.
Another first down. Fun to watch, just dragging Teutons as he goes and right up the middle.
2 tons of Teutons. Jeremiah, in football, it's one of the, maybe all sports, but particularly in football, since it's such a physical sport, sometimes you get to that point where you break the other team's will.
Right.
And just a few minutes ago, I said I don't think we'd done that. I don't know. I'm starting to sense that collapse is maybe coming on right now.
I think we're looking at it.
Oh, broken play. That's a pitch. I don't know quite. Caleb Williams ended up with the ball. That whole thing was a little weird.
Yeah.
Take another look at it here.
Taylor really made something out of nothing here.
Well, that was a basketball chess pass out to Williams.
Two Teutons were slow to get up off
Yeah.
the field. I think we got them up and they're walking around again, but I don't know. I didn't see what happened. If they met each other.
We mentioned 55, Hank Thiessen. He was one of the kids that was down, and he's really hurting. But that kid's obviously a gamer because he's just continuing to hang in there and fight for the Teutons. 2nd and 4. Hand off to Jansen again. Oh, yeah, Jansen's in the zone with a Kaysenson touchdown. Adam Jansen, 5'9" junior, takes it in the end zone for the Warriors. Well, up to from 27 to 33. It's 33 points now.
I think you really touched on it there. We saw kind of around the time of that face mask.
Yeah.
The defense slowed down.
Yes.
And
Yeah, I don't know that had anything to do with it, but that was about when you started to see it, yeah. We have 6:44 to go in the game. The Warriors now up 33-0. Heidebrecht to hold for Griff Case. High snap. Griff's going to head for the corner of the end zone. He's in there. He's in the zone with a 2-point Kaysenson conversion.
And the viewers will remember at Cedric, I was calling it an intentional fake, and Casey corrected me, and we found out later that that was not intentional. I think again tonight, not intentional.
I think you're right. I think it was just a high snap.
Yeah.
I heard people in the stands yelling fire.
Yeah.
Which is back to 94 when actually before that, when I first came here, that meant we've screwed it up, boys. We got to try to pass it or run it in.
That's right. Whatever it takes.
We've got I'm sorry, I didn't even see that. We have an injured Inman player right at the pylon at the goal line here on the southwest corner.
Can't see a number down there.
Jason Bena, the Warriors trainer, is down with the Teuton coaches and the injured player. He's moving around, so no one seems to be concerned about anything terrible. And let's go to our fourth quarter sponsors right now.
Good idea.
Carlson's is a full-service grocery store, proudly serving the community for more than 20 years. They feature fresh meat and produce, an outstanding deli featuring daily specials and freshly smoked meats, and a bakery. They also offer propane exchange, DVD rental, and utility payments through Western Union. They can even take care of your catering needs. They have recently remodeled their interior, including new frozen section and bakery managers during the past year. Hannaford Abstract and Title Company provides abstracts of title and title insurance for homeowners and mortgage lenders. They also provide real estate closings for your transactions. Why do you need title insurance? For most Americans, our home is the single largest financial investment we will ever make. Having a clear title is important to the sale and purchase of your home. Your title insurance policy is your assurance that the home you are buying is protected from any title problems now and down the road. The Free Press is Marion County's only full-saturation community newspaper read by nearly 9 in 10 households every week. No other media outlet even comes close. Our digital media services include the creation of websites, mobile apps, and texting programs for local businesses. And our print brokerage department specializes in books, yearbooks, catalogs, and magazines for clients across the United States and Canada. How may we help you today?
We just got a countdown back that didn't use all the numbers. I think in Axtell, Kansas, where Gene Winkler grew up, they used a whole different numbering system. And we want to give a hand to the Inman player who just now is up and moving off the field. And
Number 2, that's Blaine Conrady, I believe. Junior, 5'9". Glad to see him up walking off the field under his own power.
yeah, he's walking slowly but not wobbling or anything, so that's good signs.
That is.
6:44 to go with the Warriors up 35-0 in what, You know, sometimes you win 35-0 and, you know, you're against a team that just frankly is struggling, don't have many kids out, obviously weren't well coached and so on. Not the case here tonight.
Not tonight at all. They got a lot of kids out. They're playing well. They're just up against the defense, particularly I think that they can't move the ball against. And our offense, like we've said tonight, has put together a solid game.
Yeah, nothing spectacular,
No.
but just solid and very workmanlike.
Yeah. A good show for our alumni that are in town. Being able to see them work both sides of the ball real well.
Well, over the years, one thing that old settlers have seen for decades and decades and decades is strong football programs, and particularly on homecomings on Old Settlers Day.
Yeah.
Griff Case, who's really been booting the ball tonight, will now have one of the rare times will be booting it against the wind. He's showed that he can boot it against the wind a couple times tonight, but we'll give him another opportunity here. If he puts it in the end zone this time, we'll really know he's on a roll. End over end, really nice kick. Hits at the 15, bounces out of bounds. Unfortunately, that'll be a penalty, but the wind did not do him any favors as it was carrying the ball this direction.
Yeah, just laid down there about the 12-yard line. Rolled backwards.
Inman will take over on the, probably walk it out here to the 35, take over there.
I don't remember, Mike, last year the game against the Teutons. I know we struggled in that game and didn't come out with a win. So I think part of it is our guys remember that, and they're enjoying tonight.
Yeah. We last year, I might disagree with Casey. I didn't feel like we got our rears kicked, but we had opportunities in that game. We took advantage of none of them, and they just came out and smacked us in the face, and we didn't respond real well. 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7.
Ball almost came loose there. He held on to the ball, but we almost pulled that out.
55 out there in the middle of your screen is Kyle Pallick, in the middle of the defensive formation. Also got Nordquist out there. Jacob Baldwin, number 53, is Nick Meyer. Sear was in there earlier. I can't see if he's in there right now. Yeah, Nathan Sear, number 52.
Yep.
Linebackers are Williams, Cruz. We'll get the inside guys in just a second. Fullback gets the carry. He's going to get maybe a yard and a half, if that.
Yeah, met at the line. Jacob Baldwin gets in there pretty frequently.
Yes, he does.
Quick to the ball.
Sean Buchanan, right in the middle of the field at a linebacker position. Griff Case, one of your cornerbacks. Jones over here on this side at cornerback. Your safety is Zach Robson.
Hey, guys, I had to place a battery. I don't know if you were trying to talk to me or not, but I couldn't hear you. Probably not.
Jeremiah was saying bad things, but I shut him down.
Right.
Punched me right in the jaw.
Hand off to the fullback, gains a yard.
Hey, that was Cruz on the tackle. I think he's trying to impress somebody tonight.
Well, we know he's impressed you. I think you're going to ask him out.
I don't know. My Griff Case got it. I think that was his first ever carry from scrimmage, and he scored on it. That was happening right in front of me. That was kind of fun to see.
There you go. He did right to the pylon
Yeah.
too. 4th and 5. Went to the back. Inman will punt. They've had trouble with the snaps, and they have trouble again. It's over the head of the kicker. He's fumbling, trying to get it away. He does. The Warriors don't.
Zach Robson.
Zach Robson's going to get it inside the 50. Warriors did a nice job there not to rough the kicker, who short leg kicked it and got it away.
Yeah.
The only reason Zach Robson fielded that punt is because he is the king and he got to kiss the queen earlier tonight. Otherwise, he would have never attempted to field that punt.
And there is life according to Casey.
That's what happens when you have a kiss on homecoming.
I'm glad to know someone in our community is keeping the official statistics.
Well, yeah, Casey actually is writing a book. It's Life According to Casey, and we'll be publishing that soon. And you can get your copies, ordering them here through MCTV. Casey Case, life coach. Hand off to Williams. He's going to get a yard or maybe a yard and a half.
Met by about 3 Teutons, 3 or 4 of them. And 51 just really struggling to get up.
He is. Big old 51 is Taylor Almquist, 255-pound senior. Playing in there, and he's had some equally big warriors and perhaps more motivated warriors beating him up all night long. I don't know if more motivated is a fair statement, but certainly very efficient, put it that way.
Riding a stronger tide, definitely.
There you go.
Yeah.
Warriors moving against the wind. Hand off to Williams, and he spins off a tackle, fights through another. Really, there wasn't much in that play, and Williams did a nice job. He gets it out, so it'll be 3rd and short.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to get wrapped up, and he gained about 5 yards, 6 yards after that.
Caleb is 5'8", 183 pounds. Ran bigger than that right there. Be 3rd and a yard, long yard. We're down to a 3 minute, 12 seconds to go in the ball game. Stay tuned afterwards. We'll have Casey Case's post-game comments sponsored by St. Luke Hospital. Perhaps some interviews. Williams with the carry again.
Still going.
Oh, boy, he's kind of motivated right now. Somebody must have pinched him in the huddle or something.
And Teuton strewing about the field. I think any of us that have played it, any amount of athletics, it's always harder to get up when you're losing.
Yep. When you're rolling over somebody, you may hit the ground just as hard, but you pop back up a lot easier.
That's right.
It's a JV offense in now.
I'm going to give a shout out to our 4th quarter sponsors, Carlson's Grocery, Hannaford Abstract, and Hillsboro Free Press. And as Casey pointed out, our JV offense is on the field.
2 minutes and 30 seconds for those guys to get some varsity experience. Keep by Jacob Baldwin, the JV quarterback. Gets a nice game, 4 yards.
Good for them to have this opportunity. They got to be on the field against Bennington last week. Bennington, of course, couldn't field a JV team, so they had Monday off, and they get to be on the field again Friday night in front of the home fans and get this experience.
Right. And unfortunately for the JV guys, the running clock at Bennington kind of limited their time on the field, but they still got 2 or 3 series out there.
That's right.
Bennington with a gang tackle at Tyler Neufeld. Tyler has been kind of a special teams ace this year. I don't know that, he hadn't had an opportunity. We haven't punted much.
Right.
And our kickoffs have all gone into the end zone.
He hasn't had to do much tonight. But Inman stopped him about the 35 and see what we can put together now.
Yeah,
on
third and 4, the very makeable for the young Warriors. Neufeld again. No. Baldwin kept. Nice pitch. Pitch goes around the right side. Number 42, the ball carrier, is Dylan Pippin. Gets the first down.
Yeah. Really read that real well, Jacob did.
Yeah, Baldwin ran the option great there. So the Warriors now with a first down at the 19-yard line.
About minute 10 left in the quarter.
Ryan Cochran just came out of the ball game. A freshman, number 80, split out on the top of your screen is Jarrett Johnson. 46 down bottom is Brad Stone. Yeah, we were moving forward there on the man in motion. Baldwin's going to get pushed back. Penalty on the play.
I think there was only two Teutons that weren't in on that tackle. So
yeah, they had the
they
whole
were all
team
looking
out
for
there.
him.
Jacob said, I didn't know I was that popular. 15 coming in the game, Remington putter. We're running people in and out right and left. 84 going in is Bryce Schultz. Number 8 going in is Devin Ringy. Going to have a play or two left here for these guys. 35-0, 46 seconds to go.
We haven't marked it off yet.
Yeah,
Here we
all right,
go.
we're ready to go run a play.
We're looking for 90, 95, and 99. We've got Paul, Timo, and Raul.
Yeah, if they get out there, it's they're exchange students, so.
But they are enjoying playing football.
Baldwin keeps, goes around the right side, gains 3. It'll still
And here they
be
come.
short.
99 and 90 in the game.
They're going to get one play. Warriors got to get lined up and run it here. They haven't huddled yet. Hustle, guys.
Yeah, we got too many guys. Here we go.
Number 8 just wanted to hear the play.
Make sure they got it right.
You got it right. Here's the play.
The ref throws a flag.
Come on, ref. It was. And I think they're going to wave that one off. Say, go, guys. Final score, Warriors 35, Inman Teuton 0. St. Luke Hospital fourth quarter report. Casey.
Hey guys, what can I say? 35-0. I had coffee this morning. I predicted 35-7. Apparently, I wasn't giving our defense enough credit because it wasn't even close. They never even came close to scoring. Warrior defense has been the story all year long. Offense did enough to get her done. Defense had at least one score, maybe contributed to 2, but guys, this is just an awesome night. What a night for high school football, homecoming, Old Settlers Day. We just knocked off the undefeated number 5 team in 2A, and our future looks bright. I'm going to run out here. I'm going to get the 3 King candidates, and I'm hoping to get Jerry Smith, the defensive coordinator, and I'll come back to you in about a minute.
All right, Casey, we look forward to hearing from you.
Go get him, Casey. And Jeremiah, why don't you wrap us up from your perspective?
Well, Mike, it was a lot of fun to see after that first series that Inman brought where they were aggressive, they moved the ball fairly well. After that first series, our defense decided they weren't going to do that anymore. The rest of the game, they shut them down. Our offense put together one of the best games we've seen this year from them. Great runs, diversified approach, got some passing in, some big runs, got some different people to run the ball, and just a great all-around game, Mike.
Jeremiah, sometimes a team will kind of come together at a certain point, and all of a sudden tonight, and I realize a lot of games left to go. This is only the 4th game of the season, but this team, it's like they watched the film of that Bennington win, which was a big win, and realized, geez, that was sloppy.
Yeah.
We don't want to do that again. And they just came out here and played lights out tonight.
Guard it with your hand. Can you guys hear me through this?
Yes, Casey, have you got your guys down there?
But can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, we'll start here. We'll start. I got James Jones, Zach Robson, Taylor Heidelbrecht, 3 seniors, 3 King candidates. And that win was okay, but I am so darn excited that we actually got a kiss tonight on homecoming. We're going to start right here with Zach Robson. Zach, go through the whole thing. Tell me how it went. You can talk about the game if you want to.
I don't know what to say. The kiss was all right. She told me to go left, but then she went to the right, so I was confused, but we got it figured out. And we played really well, finally finished the game, but got to work on Horton for next week.
I think we played good tonight. Everybody showed up, and we played a full 48 minutes.
James?
We played like we can. Hopefully we keep this up against Horton. And to the future seniors, do what Zach did.
I got Coach Jerry Smith here, defensive coordinator. And like I said before, I haven't told this to Jerry yet, but when we were at Sedgwick, I said, guys, the way our defense is playing tonight, win or lose this game, we're going to be hard to beat the rest of the season. Coach, your defense is just awesome this year.
Those kids got in the weight room, and they're listening to what we tell them to do. And they're flying around. One of our goals is no loafs whatsoever. And we haven't quite reached it yet, but they're getting to where we got 9-10 guys around every tackle, and their techniques are doing them correct. and the kids are really buying into a little bit more aggressive defense this year, and it's been fun calling the defensive plays.
Yeah, kind of noticed tonight was a little bit like the El Saline game. The weather's a lot like it. It's hot and it's windy, and El Saline came out the first game of the year, first drive, and I'm thinking, man, this might be a long season. We got through those first couple of drives. The defense settled in. Tonight, Inman moved the ball a little bit on the first drive. After that, I don't think they gained 5 yards the whole game.
Well, it took our linebackers just a little bit of time to realize the dive play, and then. But I thought our outside linebackers and our outside people, our corners and everything, played terrific. Our inside people played well, but we've been guys, being honest, that we're not really very tough on the outside. I tell you what, our corners and our outside linebackers played about as tough a game tonight as I've seen them play, and they're really coming alive, and that makes a big difference, making them run back inside.
Yeah, the other thing I pointed out to the guys upstairs is we've been fortunate this year. We haven't had any injuries yet. Everybody seems to be pretty healthy, knock on wood.
Yeah.
And you talk about the outside guys. My kid's one of them. But you got corners that are 6'2", 190, and your linebackers that are 200 pounds. The defensive lines are a bunch of horses. They're all athletes.
I love it.
That's a good defense.
I love it.
I bet you
It's
do.
easy to coach.
All right, Coach,
All right,
thanks
thank
a
you.
lot. Good game. Guys, this has just been a barrel of fun for me tonight. Couldn't have gone any better. I guess Griff could have made that one extra point that he missed, but other than that, been a great game. Anything from upstairs?
Jeremiah.
Casey, I agree with you. It was a fun game to watch, fun game to be up here in the booth and see us move around the field as quickly as we did tonight. What a great treat for our old settlers coming back to see this team put this game together, and it's just a great kickoff to the rest of the weekend.
All my predictions have come true so far tonight, so my last one, and you'll know whether it's true or not when you see this, it's going to rain tonight. We need the rain. It's going to start raining about 5 in the morning. It's going to end at 10 a.m. Old Settlers Day Parade is going to go off without a hitch. It's going to be a great day.
Very good.
I hope that works out to be the case. We will be road warriors next week as we travel all the way to Horton. We encourage you to come to Horton and support this Warrior team. But if you can't, stay tuned to Channel 20 Sunday nights at 7 o'clock, and at other times throughout the week, watch Channel 20 for other viewing times. For Gene and Casey and Danny and Jay and Jeremiah, this is Mike Powers.